Well, hello there. My name is Cynthia Rowland, and I have a blog talk radio show called The Ageless Sisters. And just a few weeks ago, I had my very special guest, Nancy Mills, on the show, and we talked about her spirited woman. How do you call that? Your bevy of friends? Your
No. The Spirited Woman is a leading women's empowerment community.
There you go. And here she is sitting on camera with me today to talk even more about it. And she's wearing one of her fabulous scarves because you provide women with scarves of all different sorts to empower them and to make them feel wonderful.
Well, basically what has happened is the Spirited Woman started 13 years ago. And it started as a workshop, actually, for women. When the first person signed up, she said, "I'd like to come to your workshop." And I said, "You would?" I was so surprised.
And so happy.
It started in Santa Barbara, California. That's where Spirited Woman started, and that was 13 years ago. And we evolved from being a workshop company to getting involved in products, to getting involved in publishing. Once we got to the internet, that's when the business really took off. And we have an array of things for the woman who wants to connect with like-minded women and who wants to feel supported. There's millions of women out there who are in tremendous transition, tremendous. And during a time of transition, it is a wonderful thing to do for yourself, a way of taking care of yourself, to affiliate yourself with other women who can support you. And I think one of the reasons why I began Spirited Woman was because I felt as a woman that there weren't enough women or people telling me that I was enough as I was. There was a lot of messages that I got as a kid that said, "You're not enough as you are." So I thought, well, I will start something where everyone will be in a situation where that basic premise is there, which means you are enough. And then it went a step further, having to do with the word spirited. And I believe that everyone's spirit lives within them, and that it's free, and it's your passion, and it's your commitment to life. So there are times when the flame feels completely unlit, the pilot feels unlit, but it's always there, and it always can be started up again.
And what is it that you do to bring this forth in women, Nancy? Because I know you have such a special way about you.
Well, getting back to what we said, going into the publishing aspect, we went into a Spirited Woman directory, which features every woman visionaries who are changing the world one spirited woman step at a time. And this is huge because we're the first social media directory like this. We also have a top 12 pick list because I feel that there are millions of women out there who do not have enormous advertising budgets, but who want to be rewarded for what they do. So we have a pick list. And getting back to the scarves, this is sort of the heart of my heart. This is the heart of my heart, if there is such a thing. And that is, about a year and a half ago, I decided that not only would a scarf be significant for women as a form of connection, but that if I turned it into a Spirited Woman prayer scarf, it then could go from being a scarf, a connection, and a healing tool. And I felt very strongly that a portion of each scarf should go to raise money for a Spirited Woman Foundation, which had been the hopes and dreams of my business for 12 years. And last year, I'm very proud to say, through this project, I was able to start the Spirited Woman Foundation, which is designed to help heal and support women through actions of empowerment. So getting back to the scarves, they're healing tools. We've had 7 different scarves. Each one has a name. This one is called Spirit. And
are they all this colorful?
They're always colorful, and they are symbolic of a different aspect of a woman's self-worth. So the first one was called the Spirited Woman Prayer Scarf. The second one was called Reflections, to reflect your self-worth. The third one was called Butterfly Spirit, so you can transcend and soar. The fourth one was called Rainbow Warrior, Songbird of Life, that everyone has that dancer within them. The fifth one was called Peace, because as women, it is our responsibility to ensure that there is peace in the world. The sixth one was called the Painted Muse, bringing out all the creativity, and the seventh one has been called Spirit, so that we are always aware of the fact that our spirit is the color within us. It is what lives within us, and so it's been very successful. We've sold over 770 scarves, and we have been able to give thousands of dollars to several women's nonprofits.
Well, let's go back and take a look at this scarf. Can you mind if I just pull it away from you a little bit?
No, go ahead.
Because it's sheer and it's lightweight and it feels so beautiful in my hands. And look at these colors. Do you help design them, or how do you do that?
I don't. But for the people who are watching this, one of the things that we do with these scarves is we hold virtual ceremony. So we always have a healer co-lead a ceremony with me. And when you purchase a scarf, you get a virtual ceremony. And that goes along with the concept. So this is our way of connecting women and getting us to join forces through empowerment, but in a very unusual way. So it's not just buying a scarf. When you buy a scarf, you get involved in our Sisterhood of the Sacred Scarves. We have our own secret Facebook page. There are hundreds. We're up to 300 women who are involved. And we're really starting a movement of the Sisterhood of the Sacred Scarves.
I love it.
And what I love so much about it is that through this, we're helping other women, because a portion of each scarf goes to the foundation.
Now, how do women across the world who will be watching this, how do they contact you
There is a myriad of ways.
Okay, good. What's the best way for them to
it's really interesting. I'm one of these people that believes that, I have a phone. People actually can call it. What do you know? And they will get me. They won't get an avatar. So my phone number is all over the website. The website is thespiritedwoman.com. There's a THE, spiritedwoman.com. My email is on the website. My phone number is on the website. Everything is there. I believe in being accessible. I don't believe in hiding. I feel that very often women who lead empowerment communities sort of stand in the background. Why, I don't know.
But I lead from the front.
I do my best.
Well, I know.
I do my best. I do my best. I feel that it's my responsibility.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, Nancy, how do you want women to think of the spirited woman? When you think of this, I mean, like, I know you, and I know that Nancy is spirited in many ways. And you bring this to the table to help all women. So what is it that you could offer today to say to women to come to your site? What would entice them to come? That they have a support system?
That, and I think we offer connection. I don't know about you, Cynthia, but there have been times when I've been invited to women's groups locally, and I'll walk in and I'll have a big smile on my face, and no one will walk up to me. It's as if I'm a tree. Oh. Nobody will say hello, how are you? I pride myself, whether it's through our events, whether it's through the Sisterhood of the Sacred Scarves, whether it's through our directory, I pride myself of making a point to connect women together through Spirited Woman. We all are out there working really hard. It is not a situation of competition. It is a situation of those of us who are really doing the work, whatever that work is for you, need opportunities to connect with other women who are out there doing the same thing. And I think that's one of the greatest things that we as women can do for someone else, because we do not want to get left behind in terms of exposure, in terms of people knowing who we are, recognition, in terms of people just taking the time to know that we exist. And I think a lot of women out there put up a website or have a business, and they think just by putting up a website or just by having a business, the followers will come.
Oh, if that were only true.
Yeah, wouldn't that be great?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be great? Then I would be on a yacht somewhere in the Aegean, and I wouldn't be here talking to you. I would be someplace else. So it's a constant
But you're
thing.
a leader, and you lead these women so that they help to discover the best part about them.
Well, I hope so, but I hope so. I really do. I also offer them an opportunity to ensure that there are other women that they can follow and connect with and see what they're doing. Because that's one of the things that Spirited Woman is known for. Between our pick lists and our directory, and we highlight these every woman visionaries who are changing the world one spirited woman step at a time. And typically, these women do not have huge advertising budgets. Typically, they have not been invited to be on Ellen DeGeneres' show. I mean, they do not have thousands of dollars to spend for PR. What they really have is determination, commitment, grit, perseverance, and persistence. And they need to find a community where their demographic exists. Our demographic is primarily women who are 40 to 60 years old, women who are mind, body, and spirit types, seekers, reinventors, women who are out there in a way that they're, shall we say, seekers of life. And so if you want that woman to be your demographic, or if that woman is your demographic, then it's important to hang out with other business entrepreneurs that relate to that demographic. That's one of the reasons why Ageless Sisters is so perfect, and this whole, interview is perfect, because you're completely our demographic, and I'm completely your demographic. Mm-hmm. And you look for that in business relationships.
Right.
So it's important.
That is important. Well, you've met Nancy Mills in person. She's a wonderful gal. She has the spirited woman because she is one. Thank you, Nancy.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Thank
my
you.
pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.
My pleasure.